Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela, and I have, for some reason, every now and then I get overwhelmed to do a world event spread, and the last few days I've been in a really bad funk. I don't know if it's because I was feeling the rain coming that finally hit the last 2 days, or because Wednesday, the 18th, I was just really, from that point on, and today is the 22nd. I'm pretty sure it's the 22nd. Today is the, oh my gosh, it just keeps saying right. Yeah, today's 22nd of September 2024. I've been in this funk since September 18th, and I just keep feeling like the weight of the world is on my shoulders kind of deal. And I'm like, why? Like, I don't know why. And then I kept hearing you need to pull a world spread, a world spread. And I'm like, ugh, I hate doing these world spreads because I found that they've been coming true. So, but anytime I feel that urge to do the world event spread, I think that's why it's coming true, because it's a warning or something, or it's just letting others know, hey, this is happening. I'm still sipping some coffee this morning. It's 10:30, but I find the older I get, the more I need to get me going. I am using the White Newman Tarot today, just because I haven't really used it. I started edging it, so some of the cards have a purple edging. You don't know why, probably none of these do. They're mixed in because I shuffled it, but I started working on it, but I haven't. I did pull the cards for the world event spread, which you can find, which I'll link below where I found this originally. It's on Eclectic Tarot. You can just Google world event spread and it will pop right up on Eclectic Tarot. But every time I do this spread, like I said, within 6 months, it's something on the news that's come true. And I'm like, that's crazy. So, and I feel like if I don't do the spread, I'm going to continue to feel this nasty, bogged down, wintry feel. And I need to do the spread. So, without further ado, and last time I did it very intricate, this time I'm just using this one tarot deck. That's it. So, without further ado, the first card is, what is the next event that will affect the world? And I pulled, oh my God, my Forever Stalker card. Of course I did. The Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands to me is a conflict with self. But in this context, there are several people here. 5 people. That's why it's the 5. It's, again, going to war, battle, conflict, of course, something going on here. And I do want to say, the last 2 times I pulled a world event spread, I kept thinking something to do with farming. And I even said in the video how either someone was trying to sabotage our crops or we were trying to sabotage someone else's crops. And I come to find out that it wasn't really sabotage so much as the weather events of the summer that have plagued certain types of vegetables. And it's funny because I have not been able to find a green bell pepper anywhere all summer long. I even tried to grow them and I cannot grow them for the life of me this year. I grew tomatoes out the wazoo, no peppers. And I'm like, what is happening? And then I watched a video of somebody on YouTube talk about how many peppers she had, but there was no tomatoes growing. And I'm like, what is happening? So I just found that interesting, tied into the 2 world event spreads I've already pulled that talk about crops being affected. And I just found that very interesting because I have not been able to grow a green pepper. It is the end of September and I'm just now getting blooms on one pepper plant. And it's the purple pepper that I've never been able to see in my life. Apparently there is such a thing as a purple bell pepper. And I'm finally getting blooms. I don't know if the bugs will get to it before, because it's been over 100 degrees every day. But the last 2 days, it's been nothing but raining and 60 degrees. So I don't know. I don't know what's happening. All I know is I hope to get one little pepper out of the 4 plants I have out there. They haven't even grown in size. They're still like 5 inches tall. It's crazy. But again, I've noticed the last 4 or 5 months in the stores, I've not been able to find a green pepper anywhere. And I'm like, what is happening? In multiple stores. So I just found that odd, and interesting. Let me know in the comments below if wherever you're at, if you've had similar, if you've noticed similar things. Anyway, back to this subject. Again, we have the conflict card. To me, of course, it's going to be some kind of battle, some kind of conflict. And I do want to say it's political. We are having an election in November. But I keep hearing political when I see this, so I don't know if it's the political battle of wills or what. Anyway, interesting. So, card 2 is where will this happen? And I pulled the 8 of Cups, and in this spread, the cups means west. So, and it's interesting how I've gotten south and southwest a couple times, or south and where I'm at, and then now I'm getting west. So it's almost like whatever's happening is moving to the west. And I've always felt that it's moving toward California, which I find very, very fascinating. Or I keep saying Texas because it's south, and that was literally the first one I pulled. I think the very first world event spread I pulled I came up with Texas, and I kept getting Texas, which is in the south, but it's also in the west from me. And I just found that very fascinating. And of course, everything that's going on with P. Diddy right now, it's a matter of time before he names names, right? So that could very, very well be what's happening here as well, is there's a conflict, and it's going to happen out west, which is California. So number 3, roughly the time frame this will happen. The time frame this will happen is 7 of Pentacles. I love how I just noticed this, how they're each color coded. Wands, Cups, Pentacles. I love that. And I'm sure I said that when I did my walkthrough, but I don't remember it. It's been a minute since I bought this deck. But it was like $11 on sale. I'm like, I couldn't resist it. And it's been on my list for a long time. I hate the cardstock. I hate the glossy, plasticky cardstock. But anytime that I do a world event spread, I let the deck pick me. So this deck picked me today. And I like when the decks have the color coordination with it when you do a world event spread, just because it makes it comes alive more, if that makes sense. So number 3 is roughly the time frame this will happen. So we have the 7 of Pentacles. And the time frame is laid out as, if it's Pentacles, it's winter or midnight. And I find it fascinating because I've had that one again. And this is the second time I've had winter or midnight. But I've also had noon or summer. Yes, for the wands. And then we've already had stuff happen in the summer, right? Like, the debate started, and Diddy's whatever's going on with him started. There's a lot of things going on in the air right now, but I think this next wave of whatever it is, and I find it interesting. I pulled this card, and she's in the water, and I just had a dream about flooding again, which last time I had a dream about flooding, it was right before 2020 hit, which craziness. And COVID, I guess, has picked up again, another strain of it. So I found that fascinating as well. So it could be a number of things here. And then number 4, what impact will this have on the world? And two cards dropped. And I peeked at one. This is the 10 of Pentacles. I did not peek at that one. 10 of Pentacles is a card about having abundance, having that family, having that wealth, having that status. But then the card that fell out with it is the card I saw, which is the Tower card. And I'm like, oh, somebody about to lose all their money. And again, to me, this reiterates back to P. Diddy. And if you guys want me to do a more in-depth reading on that him specifically, I will. I find it fascinating. I don't always do celebrity. I don't feel comfortable for some reason doing celebrity readings, but the world event spreads that I've done have all been accurate to a T. And it's weird. A lot of times, and the last one started coming up with the P. Diddy stuff, and I'm like, wait a minute. Actually, I think the one before that, and then the last one was about, I think the other war that broke out. But anyway, so I found it interesting that, Ten of Pentacles popped up where you're like, oh, they're going to be, that it's affecting the world in that there's going to be a lot of, money to be had. But then the Tower came out with it, which to me is not just one person's going to lose money. A lot of people are going to lose their money. And it's going to affect the world in that, there's either going to be extra money for things now because other people won't have their money, or it's going to put I've been hearing this since the very first world event spread I did, that money is going to become different, or the governments of the world are going to become different, by the end of this year, or even the end of next year. I think all these little events that are happening, these wars that are breaking out, in other countries, and all the stuff that's been going on here, I think it's little pieces of things that's culminating into one big thing that is going to affect the world economy, the world, how money is used, how it's, transcribed, I want to say, for some reason, if that makes any sense. But that is my world event spread that I have for you guys for now. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to comment below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you're alerted to any future videos. And y'all have a good night. Bye.